OJ. And I'm like, no way. I'm like, what old saying? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Look at that dude. Look at that dude. Look at him, though. Look at him. Look at him glow. Look at him glow, glow. I'm glowing. I'm glowing. You're not. You're not. You're not on the block. You're not. You're not in shape. You're not. You're not. You're not in shape. I am. I am. I am. He almost to pop on in here. You know what I'm saying? Pull up on me, tight time, tight, 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 tight. Pull up on me. Pull up on the kid. Pull up on the kid, yeah, yeah. Pull up on the kid, bro. Pull up on the kid, man. Man. Do that, man. Do that, man. What you talking about, boy? I got the nappy naps. Baby, think I should take my hat down? Hell no. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all ready for the topic of the hour. You ready? Eat? Eat. Be ready? Eat. That's so good, Daddy. What is that? Yes, I'm being a father this morning, feeding my daughter one of her favorites, Oaty Millie. Eat. It's good, ain't it? It's actually one of my favorite flavors. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Put a 2 in the chat if you're ready for this topic of discussion. Because I'm pretty sure if you're busy, you shouldn't be able to. Never mind. Can I get a 1 in the chat? 1 in the chat. 1 in the chat if y'all ready.
And don't be watching him while y'all at work and stuff now.
If you at work, just come back and when you're on your break. I don't want nobody to lose their job. But if your job is to watch me, then get ready, get you some popcorn, because we finna talk. We finna talk about it. Well, I'm finna talk about it, and you gonna shut up and sit down and listen. That's what you gonna do. I'm trolling. So, can I get a 1 in the chat? If not, I'm pretty sure I can almost, type timing. Type. Okay, y'all, everybody gone. Okay. Yeah. Everybody gone now. You ain't got nothing to say. You probably was the same person that was just in my wife line, but it's cool. Insecurities and masculinity hatred. Okay, let's talk about it. We're gonna start with insecurities. Insecurities. I don't know who's more insecure, men or women. I don't know. I don't know who has.
I feel like women are.
Me too.
Because they dedicate their lives to makeup and, the outfits that they wear and the wigs they put on or whatever.
I feel like certain women try to say stuff like, words don't be hurting me, but I feel like with some women, words really do hurt them.
It do.
So they can be very insecure from something that you can say. But they be not. I ain't gonna lie, it is women, because it's a lot of women that's naturally insecure with
and women are themselves too. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Women are natural like nurturers, especially when they have children and stuff like that. So they have they emotions get the best of them.
Right. Facts. So insecure women are very dangerous, y'all. So y'all got to understand, when somebody is insecure, that means that they wake up, no matter what job they have, no matter where they go, no matter who they have, no matter how much money they might have or not, it doesn't change their insecurity battle. It doesn't change that. It kind of makes it actually harder for them, because you got to think about it. Let's go back in time to when we used to really believe in like making wishes and stuff like that. You got to understand, they always told us, be careful what you ask for, because then when you get it, then what? So a lot of these people that's insecure, they have what they wanted, but they just didn't know that it wasn't going to make them happy. So now, soul still empty with all that money. Soul still empty with lying to yourself out of self-hatred. looking in the mirror like, yes, good job, you're a good person, you're this, you're that. And it's like whole time, you a bad person. And you motivating yourself to seem like a good person. And that speaks volumes about a lot of you clowns out there. And we're gonna put a green screen up for we're gonna put a green screen up, y'all. Just know that. And it's gonna be my cover photo. Let's get it. Look at that young man right there. Great basketball / amazing black man that know how to carry himself in this demonic world with a lot of hatred being thrown at him. Insecure. I just want to get into insecurities in these jobs. You know, a lot of you women and men in these jobs that have insecurities, you seem to forget one thing. And the one thing that you're forgetting is the most important thing about having an insecurity. And you know what that is? I'm gonna wait to see if you want to know. I'm gonna wait.
You said what was the question?
The question was.
I mean, I know you said you know what that is, but like, what you was trying.
It's. I was talking about insecurities, you know, and I was just going into depth about it. I'm trying to stay on track because I'll be having so many different ways to go about it that I don't even know which way I'm gonna go about it, you know. But insecurity. Oh, it was one thing. Yeah, one thing is for people that have insecurities that feel like don't nobody know. We know. I do want to let y'all know we know. I know y'all might feel like, well, I smile, or you know, I have a professional way of speaking, and I this, I that. We can see your insecurity through the way that you treat other people and or treat yourself as well. You know?
Some of y'all, the reason why y'all use y'all jobs against couples and stuff like that is because y'all despise them for being in a relationship. You hate the fact that you're single or you're probably in a relationship with someone who verbally and physically attacks you or who points out your insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep. So, you know, we see your insecurities, even though you're not blatantly saying it. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Welcome to. I forgot. You know what? I didn't even do my intro, y'all. Welcome to the channel if you new and you just eager to know who I am, who King Lou TV is. Shout out to all my support, man. Road to 4K. I appreciate all the support, man. Straight up, like no cap, no fronting. I really appreciate the support. I appreciate the hate too. No lie to you. And I want to give a specific shout out to those that's watching me that are assigned to watch me. What's up? You know what I'm saying? So 100, God bless y'all. 100 though, insecurities, man. Insecurities, I should have said insecurities within people with power. You see a lot of racism going on in the world today. I've been experiencing a high number of it myself. I think 2025 has been a year of racism. You know what I'm saying? I've never dealt with this much racism ever before in my life. You know, it's like it's like as a black man now, it's probably very dangerous for us because um we can do and or say things that would make people be like, yes, finally, I got an excuse, you know, to use my racism. You feel me? Like I got an excuse to judge this black man as I do to others. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool because that's what y'all gonna do. It's been done for many years. So yeah.
They are threatened by melanated people's happiness. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that was my second half of the live. Masculinity, hatred was my second half.
I'm talking about like melanated people, like
oh yeah, like melanin.
Overall with dark skin.
Yeah,
they're threatened by y'all happiness.
Yeah,
you can't
facts.
even be happy in public. You can't even dance. That
can't
one
do
lady,
nothing.
that motherfucker store manager pulled her out the store and told her the white customers felt threatened by her happiness and her dance moves or whatever. It was too threatening to them because they feel like she was gonna try to harm them, and she was just shopping up and down the aisle, dancing.
And you want to know why they said that? Because Caucasians, they do things like rave. I know you heard of rave before.
Like everybody that be in the
Yeah, they be fighting though. They be having fighting raves. Like they literally would put music on, jump around, and fight each other. So I ain't gonna lie, when it comes to
like
you know, when it come to exactly what you just said, like how are y'all afraid of this young woman that's dancing and she threatening when most of y'all they fighting with music playing. They're planning events, dancing and fighting each other. So if you should be afraid of anybody dancing, it should be your own kind. You know what I'm saying? So you know, back to the insecurities. You know, insecurities. Like, it's so many different types of insecurities. It's like gender wise, it's two different versions, of course, just as well as with the gender. Like, insecure women are different from insecure men, of course. Um, insecure skinny people, insecure fat people, insecure tall, insecure short. You know, the insecure fat women, man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna address y'all. I ain't gonna really, you know, go in too deep on y'all, but I just want to say this to y'all. Smoothie King, you know what I'm saying? You know, green vegetables, you feel me? Sweat, you know. Just work on yourself, man. Get yourself together, bro. Just trust me. Look at yourself and say, would I want to talk to me? You know what I'm saying? Would I approach me? Would I love me? Would I be my best cousin or you know, whatever it is, right? Because no matter how much money you get, no matter how many burgers you eat, no matter how many times you may convince yourself that you okay, until you really be okay, you're not gonna be okay. Okay? And it's like, y'all be so insecure that you have no choice but to make someone else suffer in the way that you suffer from your insecurity. And that has to be one of the most deadliest things you could do, especially to have power. Like, picture a fat female insecure woman pulling you over. You already know it's a wrap. You know it's a wrap.
You feel me?
Because she don't want to get out the car and walk to your car anyway. And being that she got to, she finna be mad. So don't know your rights and make her have to stand up longer. Don't run away from her and make her have to chase you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you gotta.
Insecure as single woman and just feel like, you know, they just feel like, oh, they in a relationship, you know, or he's in a relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, get yourself together, bro. Get yourself together. Get your life together. Get your weight together. Get your face together. Get your neck together. Get yourself together, man. And don't be, y'all stop being insecure because God created us the way that He created us. And just shut up and just chill, bro. Laugh or something. Go laugh. Be better. Be a better person for yourself. Don't do it for your job. Don't do it for your partner. Do it for yourself, man. Because everybody can see your insecurity. I'm telling you, and it's not good. You don't want nobody seeing your insecurity to the point where you picking out stuff and you pointing at stuff, man. I remember I was traveling one time with my family, and it was a young lady sitting in front of me, and it was a few senior women that were able to move around. You know, they didn't have no wheelchairs or nothing, but they was just a little older. Everybody was seated. And once everybody got seated, the older Caucasian lady asked her, she said, "Hey, are you going to move your purse?" You know, because her purse was sitting in an empty seat. But to her defense, wasn't nobody trying to, it wasn't a seat that was needed. So the lady looked at her and she, actually, you know what? I'll take that back. The lady didn't even respond immediately. She took her time. And she waited for a second because she was doing something on her phone. And she looked up and she said, yeah. Because the lady was like, "Do you know that you have your purse in that seat?" She was like, "Whose purse is this?" Because somebody might need to sit right there. And she was looked up after waiting for a few seconds. It was like, this is my purse. And if somebody needs to sit down, I'll move it. Worry about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Everything always gonna go back to yourself. You get what I'm saying? It's my whole point of this example. You know, that's why you gotta focus on yourself. That's why I say don't do it for your job. Don't do it for popularity. Don't do it for certain things, because you might not get those things, or you might get it in the worst way. Like, for example, popular. I know a lot of y'all in these jobs feel like, yeah, man, I'm going to do this because I know, hey, they're going to be proud of me. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, none of them might not be proud of you, bro. They might actually envy you. So it's like, got to be careful. You got to be mindful. You got to fight those insecurities off, because we can see them, we can hear them, we can tell the way you talk, the way you act. You might feel like you hiding it on a bus, but guess what? We could all see it. We can hear it, and when we walk up to the register and you feel like you hiding it, we can see it. We can feel it. It's bad.
I'm talking about women literally will be working as cashiers.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get in their line and you just trying to get rung up so you can get out,
they extremely mad.
Them with their insecurities, and they looking at you with nothing but anger.
And they mad.
Like, for real.
You know, person before you, they was happy as ever. You come up there, they mad. You know, people out here doing like, and I'm talking about like, I remember one time this train conductor, he was just looking out the window before he was finna depart the train. Mm-hmm. And he was just looking extremely mad. And I'm like, overall, long story short, to get to the main part, I told him, I said, hey man, whatever you going through, don't take it out on me. You know what I'm saying? That be y'all problem. Y'all be going through these insecurities in these places of power, in these positions of power, and y'all be taking y'all insecurity anger out on other people. I just want y'all to know the way you treat people is how you gonna get treated, man. So you can say whatever you want to say. It is what it is. But my thing is, like, you a goofy too, though. You a fat goofy. I ain't even gonna lie. You and everybody and all them females around you. Y'all some miserable, lonely, single women that ain't gonna never have nobody because y'all are bitter. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if you left or if you still there. At the end of the day, you bitter and you need to get your life right, get your mind right, get right with God. So I'm gonna get to this next topic, or I might have to shake back on this live because, yeah, my life with my wife and my daughter is much more exciting than being on here. Unfortunately, guys, but I do love being on here talking to y'all. So don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, masculinity, hatred. What's a few things I can say about that? Like, I noticed that when I was in public with my family, it was like, you know, women that like the same sex coming around and they would act as if they like the opposite sex. You get what I'm saying? Like, being around me, it just seemed to make them just not act like what they chose to be, you know, to the point where I was even confused. I'm like, I don't know if this woman is this or that. No disrespect to none of y'all. I don't have nothing against y'all. I don't want to, you know, I'm just saying, you know, my masculinity is very threatening. It is very threatening because a lot of people, they don't want me to be this way. They don't want to hear my strong voice when I defend my family. They don't want to hear me defend my family in public. They don't want me to stand firm and strong when I'm guarding them, walking around when we in places
right,
like they don't want that.
Considered
What?
Not only
what would I be considered?
You would be considered abusive.
Right. I'm abusive just for simply protecting and providing for my family.
Right.
You know. And it's sad, you know. Even with males too, like it's crazy because so many of these men out here, especially our culture, are very effeminate, bro. And it's scary though. Because for example, right, as men, we should always be able to talk. I don't care what. You know, women, they fall out faster and they be cutting each other off for months and all that, and then they be getting back cool. That's more like of a common women thing. For us men, you know, well, from what I remember growing up and why I'm the way I am, we always hash things out and talk them out. Hey, look, and if it got to go to where it got to go, it's just going to go there. If it don't, then it's not. And it's going to be respectable, right? But that's no longer the case no more. These young guys and older guys, they just out here ready to, unfortunately, you know, hurt somebody very badly. But I'ma always be masculine, and I know y'all hate it. I'ma always lead my wife. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna control what decisions go be made in my family and what my family ends and heads into and all that. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You know,
people so threatened by your masculinity, and they hate to admit that you were a good role model for your family. So to put you down, they feel like we gonna say that she running the show. Why it look like she running the show? She running him over.
Yeah.
Because they hate masculinity.
They do.
Real shit.
They really do. And you can keep hating, man, because I'm me and it is what it is. Last of a dying breed, you know. But I'm gonna really get back on here, if not today, one of these days, coming very soon, maybe tomorrow, man. And I'm gonna really just start back dropping them jewels on y'all, because, man, life has been lifing, you know. And I've been extremely, extremely, extremely happy and excited every day that God give me a chance. Like today, I'm good, man. I'm happy. I'm grateful, you know. So I just want to say, y'all please enjoy the rest of y'all day. For the fat people that's insecure, like go jog or something. You know, for those people that's watching me that's bored or that's watching me because they assign, you a goofy. Straight up. You're a goofy. Can I say that? Of course I can. And I found out some information as well about.
The thing is, you know, it's like we always say, people would have to assume because at the end of the day, there's so many people out here that hate you.
By the way,
to watch you and shit.
By the way, it's third parties. It's third parties out here that aren't aimed towards you guys. Y'all feel like when I say third party, I'm talking about y'all. Y'all feel like when I do this, I'm aiming at y'all. Whatever it is, y'all need to get in y'all mind that I don't care about y'all. I don't care about your whereabouts, where you at, what you doing, where you going. If you watching, I don't really care, but I can say what I want to say because this is my platform. Unfortunately, it sucks for y'all because I have been in contact with YouTube and I have some changes that's gonna come upon my page because I do have rights. And I have rights to speak on whatever I want to speak on, no matter what it's regarding. So good luck to y'all. And back to the main schedule. Shout out to my supporters. Shout out to everybody that rock with me. Shout out to everybody that's helping my page blow up out this roof. Shout out to the people that's watching me for other people and people that's hating on me that don't even know that God working on me right now. And my blessing is on the way for me and my family and our shit, you know. Hey, we finna be right. We already right though. So we finna have us an amazing day. Me and my wife, man, we done whipped it up in the kitchen, man. We done whipped it up, man. Some fried chicken wings, greens, yams, mac and cheese. You heard me? So get yourself right. You know, stay in shape, y'all. And peace, man. Y'all be smooth, man. I already know you come back out here so you can write that down or whatever it is. I don't care, man. Straight up. Fuck you.